Okay, and we're live, and so welcome everyone. This is Mega, and welcome to another stream. And in today's stream, hold on, let me pull it up. There we go. Yeah, and in today's stream, we're gonna be doing some Rempi work. And actually, I forgot. Bring that over here so I can see it. Okay, and so in today's stream, we're gonna be doing some Rempi work in well, first we're gonna do some Vroid work, and then we're gonna go over and get this sprite ready that we made in Vroid, and then we're gonna bring it over into Rempi and add it to my visual novel, and then we're gonna do some Discord Pi work, and mm, and before we go into that, I just wanna do a little reminder that we have a little donation pool for our game projects that me and my team are working on. And so if anyone wants to help out, feel free to help out. And with that in mind, I actually have something that I need to something from one of those games that I could talk about. I talked about this last time, but I feel like it would be a good idea to just say it every time for anyone who hasn't who wasn't around last time. So so for one of the games that we're working on, it's a 2D it's a 2D game, and and the setting is sometime after the 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 civil war of the world that this game takes place in. The empire is reconstructing while at the same time advancing into the industrial revolution. So this leaves the empire exposed to longtime enemies as well as rebels still pissed at their defeat. The empire army is broken down into smaller units to patrol the borders, which will soon become the guilds, which is where the magic part of this game comes in, because this is a 2D RPG. Although the Empire seeks to reduce the use of magic by regulating all magic users and resources, it is still being used as a weapon in some cases, creation of magical armor. The game follows the adventures of one such unit that has some of the first experimental armors. Uh, and here is some if I can find it, some concept art. Yeah, that's the armor right there, and this is just a character. Yep. All right. Okay. And so now let's go into Vroid and get started on this. So this is a character I made in Vroid over the last couple of days. This is the main character's mother for my visual novel, and for the first sprite of the game, I need her in a pose. So to do this, we're gonna go into camera, and we're gonna go to pose, and we're gonna go to pose. All right. And so what I want is I want her arms to be crossed. And so let's select this. Let's bring this over here. That's the thing that I don't like about MMD and and this program, that it's a little bit tricky. Posing takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you've got it, you've got it. And let's bring this over here. And let's move this over here. And then do the same thing for this arm. And let's straighten this out. Let's turn this a bit. And move up. Move this over here. And let's move this like that. And let's go into the facial expression and let's our eyes aren't moving. Okay, let's see how that looks with. Let's go back into pose. And take off. Let's turn it up a bit. Let me see if I can move those eyes a bit, because I want to move them. And I'll change the capture size. And then let's go into the general editor. Okay, good. No, actually it's in post effect. Let's make it high. We don't need any bloom. New filter. Comic we don't need. Yeah, it is in the general editor. Outline. The reason I'm amping all that up is because it's gonna make it easier when I bring it into Paint.net for final editing. Hmm. Yeah, that's better. Alright, and so now I'm gonna capture it. And call it MC Mom 1. Okay. And I'm gonna save it. Now this is gonna, every time I save it, it always Vroid always freezes. So this may I hope it doesn't freeze again, but if it does, then it does. So save it. Huh. It did freeze, but only for a little bit. Okay. Okay, and so now I'll close it. Okay, and let's pull it up. And it actually looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about it. Only issue is I find is this area right here, but even that looks pretty good. And okay, and so now let's bring it into paint.net. Alright, and let's see if I can just do a quick removal of this background. No, I cannot. And that's why I even turned on the outline, so I wouldn't have to do it this way. Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to do it the long way. Alright, here we go. Really close, make sure that's on max. Get as close as I can to that edge. Let me just check something. Yeah, just like that. Okay. Okay. Alright. Sorry about that. I just needed to check something really quick. And I'm gonna have to go in really small there, so you'll notice that there is some transparency on like the edge of her skirt. The reason is because this was edited clothes. Well, what's great about Vroid is that any clothes, how the clothes work is that it's actually like a 2D image, and and any image can be changed, and any changes that you make to the 2D sprite automatically apply, and it still perfectly wraps around the character, because you're basically just changing the sprite. Well, that is weird. But I'll just leave that as is. I don't want to mess with that. And I'll go work on this area. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing okay. I am doing well myself. Yeah, just keep going. Because once we finish this, we can go over and program her into the game. That seems pretty weird that it's not that outline isn't perfectly on the edging, which explains why I can never do a perfect cut, do a perfect like erase of this background. It's because that area right there. I actually may be able to do it now, actually, because of that area. If I go do this, I may actually be able to do it. Nope. There's still a hole somewhere. Oh, I don't know why. Oh well, back to work. Oh, maybe I can do it here. Yeah, I can do it here. No, this shouldn't take more than an hour, I think. It's just annoying. I still got a long way to go. Yes, just keep going. Yeah, just keep going. See how much further I have. Well, I'm almost at the hem. Well, where the where the shirt starts. Okay, let's go in with a smaller brush to get those edges. Let's see if I can do it now. No, I cannot. It seems no matter how many times I try, I just cannot take the shortcut. Alright. Yeah, that's the thing with game development, that you make something and then once you take it out of your program, it requires post-production work before it's ready for the game. Nothing's never like really quick. And I can quickly take it for that. But I still need to erase that area. looking pretty good. At the halfway point. Well, not really the halfway point. Well, what I can do is start working on this side now. That way, if I can get all of this done, then I'll be at the halfway point. Yeah, so I'll start working on this side. Just keep going. And soon we should be almost done. And then we can do some actual programming. I know I promised this would be an all programming stream, but sometimes we have work we need to do. Yeah. Okay. Let me just check something. Well, the thing is that the outlines is already handled, which I already did instead of Vroid. The thing is that Vroid did a very the models that Vroid makes does a very bad job at making outlines in certain areas, especially on the red lines. And why spend that extra time? How much further do I have to go? Oh, wrong button. Not too bad. Should be almost done. And then we can go to programming. And that's the edge where I tried to make a shortcut, but the shortcut didn't work. Which I think I see why it didn't work now. No, that's too big. Maybe now it will work. Yeah, I think it worked this time. No, it did not. There is a hole somewhere that's causing that issue. Okay. It's almost done. Okay, now the fast part. Okay. Take your time, Ash. Okay, so now I can go on this side. Because once I get to here, I can do that side, and then if I do it in sections, it's going to be faster. Alright, just go around here. Alright, and just drag that over. And then do the same thing I did before. A little shortcut. Okay, now go on this side. Okay, this is gonna require the smallest brush I have. Because this area right here. Just go over here. Drag it up. And finish that area off. Okay, and so now it's right about here. There we go. Now let's see if I can do the shortcut now. Yes, I can. Let's see. It cuts it off a bit, but it's fine. And you see that line, those lines right there? I need to fix that. All right. And so now I'll go around her boobs and go up to this hair area right here. And that way I can do this side the same thing. And so I'll switch to a bigger brush so I can speed it up. Just go around the corner there. And let's switch to a smaller brush. Could that be the issue? I think that might be why it's not working, because there's a hole there. There we go. The thing I hate about doing the shortcut is that it doesn't remove everything. Okay. So now let's go on the other side. So if I go right here, need to switch to a smaller size. Now, one thing you may be wondering why I'm doing it click by click instead of just dragging it. The reason is because if I make a mistake and I have to undo, I'm not I don't lose a lot of work, because if I was to be doing this the entire time by just holding on to it, and I made a mistake and I just did a undo, look what it does. It removes the entire thing. Whereas if I just do one thing, one click, it just removes that click. So it protects yourself from losing a lot of work by doing it this way. It takes more time, but it's you get a more precise, and it's better to take your time, as annoying as this task is. Another annoying thing about this is that when you use the magic wand tool, the line that it doesn't get is hard to see. I can see it, but just barely. Alright, we're almost done. In fact, I may actually be able to finish off now. Nope, I cannot. There has to be a hole somewhere that's causing this issue. Oh. There's a hole right there. Alright. Oh, and there's more mistakes right there. Oh, I didn't click on it. What the hell? Oh. There we go. There we go. Yeah, you need to be careful with with paint.net is that sometimes when you're using the rectangle, the what's it called, the rectangle select, if there's an area selected, it won't let you erase it. Anything if there's an area selected, even if you didn't mean to select something. And there's the eye, so I'm almost there. Almost there. And this is taking a little bit longer than I expected. I estimated this was going to take about an hour, and we're reaching the hour point in about 10 minutes, 9 minutes. And we're almost done, actually. Once I reach that point, I can just go directly up and around. And maybe finally it'll let me do the shortcut. That white light is actually hurting my eyes. Switch to a really big brush. Oof. Almost made a big mistake there. Alright, it's looking pretty good. So now it's the last part. I need to go to a smaller brush. So now it's just finishing it off. And if I hurry, I can make my prediction. Or beat my prediction, actually. Which my prediction was an hour, and so that is at 10:30, and it is 10:25 right now. Demon. Alright, finish this area. And work on this. Sorry, but these headphones are starting to bother my head. I just want to finish already. I have 1 minute left before my prediction. And I'm at the very end. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Yeah, and I still have all of that. If I'm lucky. Nope. I don't understand why it didn't work. I mean, there is no holes, so I don't know why it did that. Maybe now it'll work. Nope. Ramp it up to 10. I'm just trying to finish. And my time is up. Yeah, I missed it by a minute. Well, actually, it's probably gonna be more than a minute that I missed my prediction. Even now, it's still doing that shit. Oh, I know. I don't know where the thing is, but... And I lost the fucking thing. Oh well. Once I finish this area, this off. Now I should be able to do it. Yep, there we go. And so now, if I click around here, perfect. This is what I wanted to do before, but it didn't work. Okay. And there we go. I am finished. And it took me 62 minutes. So I missed it by 2 minutes. So let's see how it came out. Perfectly blank. think it's good. All right, so now we can bring it over to RenPy, which my RenPy folder is not actually on my desktop, I think. If I can find it. There it is. Yeah, images. And that is a very big sprite. In fact, it's bigger than my screen, than my game screen. So I definitely need to decrease the size on that. Alright, so let's see how I can decrease the size of this. So if my game size is 1280 by 720, let's see what I can make it. In fact, what I can do is I can pull up the actual CG and compare it. This is 1280 by 720, so I'll start with 200. So I'll make it by 1,000. All right, and so now go in here and open RenPy. And we're going to open the script. Now, it's been a long time since I declared a character. So I need to remember how it's done. Mom1 equals MC, and this needs to be exact. So I'll just go into the folder. Pretend that I'm renaming it, but I'm actually just copying it. .ping. Okay. And for now, I'll just do show mom1 with this dissolve. And then M, I'll just do placeholder text goes here. This is just like for a test, because it's been a long time since I did this, so I can't remember the exact syntax. But that should be correct. It was pretty chilly out that day. Winds whirling around like winds, blowing the frost across the rooftops and carrying them across the pavement. It was fairly dusk, despite only being early into the evening. As a result, you can probably still witness the delicious sight of the juicy grilled steak the family of four currently feasts on. I was in that family of four, of course, and I had just finished eating my meal. But a fragrance that emitted from the food. It was, oh, the typo there. It was so great that even after my fill, it still made me hungry enough to desire more. Mommy, can I have more? I pled for seconds. That's all you're getting. You should have thought twice before. Oh, I made a mistake there. Damn, I was shot down. While still sitting, I looked around the silence around me. I mean, it's obviously, it obviously wasn't silent. I could tell the woman, my mother, and her man were conversing, but I had little to no care about what they were saying in the first place. I muted their presence from my head. The room was practically silent to me. The hunger was still getting to me, though. Even if I was full, I didn't care. I looked around the table until something just so happened to catch my eye. It was a little girl sitting right next to me with her plate still full of barely eaten steak, almost noticing that she was a very what a picky eater, I simply thought to myself. Oh, how vulnerable she really was. A great sense of joy shot up through my body, just thinking about the delicious steak that would find itself home in my belly. I waited for the right moment, and at that very moment, I was going to strike. Soon enough, she did look, and my arm reached out, reaching quickly for that juicy, tender steak. Placeholder technicals. Okay, so obviously it's still too big because now we have a giant, and I placed the sprite in the wrong place, but it's working. So that means we need to decrease it even more and move it to the correct place. So let's open it up again. Go back to image, resize, and decrease the height to 800. There we go. I think that will do it. And then go into Atom. And so instead of right here, right there, place it right here. Okay, and now let's test it out again. And this time I'm just gonna skip through it. It's still too big. But it's at least better. And I don't see any like editing issues. It looks pretty good. And comparing it to the actual CG, it doesn't look that weird to me. It seems to fit pretty well because they're both 3D images. Okay, decrease the size even more. Okay. Okay, and now it's too small. Finding the correct size is a big hassle. Perfect. That's the perfect size. All right, and that's all I'm gonna do for today. We made some progress. Well, the stream's not ending now. No, I'm talking about Ren'Py work. Now we can do some actual bot 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 work. And so, so now we're gonna go into the bot. Okay, let's switch over to here. Now, last time I was working on some images, and the Imgur stopped working on me, so I need to finish that. So I had to open up my folder. If I can find it, the Wigan folder. It's that why it's named that is a long story. But now I need to see which ones I actually have already done. It should be in the same exact order. I'm not gonna put this on screen though. And if I just copy this one, I should be able to see, because I just saw that the first one is the first one in the folder. So this one should be the last one I was able to do. Okay, I see where I am now. Okay. So now, bring this over here, go to Imgur. Just trying to make sure that I don't get a blob. Now the next one. All right, and the next one. Oh, I think I actually may have figured out why I was getting blobs. Because the image wasn't done uploading. There we go. Yeah, that's why I was getting blobs. It's because I was copying the link before it was finished uploading. And the last one. And so I'm gonna put a comment saying 150 to 159 Pictoria alter. And so go over here, change that to 150 to 159 for testing purposes. And then we're gonna launch the bot. It's taking a while to load. Speaking of bots, I just remembered that Discord Pi 1.3 was released today. I haven't haven't updated myself yet, but I will probably update tomorrow. Oh, Ron syntax. There we go. Instinct. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay. All right, and so now let's see what the next one is that I need to do. Okay, next one is Mama Raiko, which I have the uploads for. And these are all ones that we're going to do today, if we don't run out of time. Because my goal is to for this stream to be over by 11:30. And this one's taking, yeah, that one took a while to upload. Oh, I forgot. I always forget to do the same exact thing. Copy. 1. Two. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'll just copy this one because it's the same thing. And of course, that always happens. Here we go. Now I'll go back to here. Copy the image. Scroll all the way down here. Don't forget the comma. There we go. All right. There we go. Oh, blob. But I waited until it was over. I guess not perfectly. Did I even resize those? I don't know if I did. I can't remember if I actually resized it. No, I did not. Oh, well, it's just 2 images I need to resize. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna run out of time. Because the other image that I wanted to do, the other servant I wanted to do today, I didn't is 10 images, which I didn't resize. Yep, of course it's a blob. There we go. Of course it's a blob. There we go. There we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. How many times do I have to fucking do it? Just do that one. Let me check it. Oh, it's failed. Yeah. We have to upload, that's why. It's having problems uploading. I'll skip this one. which means I'm not gonna be able to finish her. All right. Well, I'll skip her then. Actually, I think I'll actually stop it here, because we've been doing this for an hour and a half, and I'm having problems. So yeah, this is pretty much like the amount of length I usually stream for anyway.